Hey there, clever masterminds, is your homeboy, Cleverboy86. Today I'm going to be continuing my Walking Dead Season 3 reviews. I'm going to be reviewing The Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 8, titled Made to Suffer. This was the Season 3 mid-season finale, and this was the battle between the prison and Woodbury. And this is what the whole first half of Season 3 had been building up to. And basically, Rick, Daryl, Oscar, and Michonne go to Woodbury to save Glenn and Maggie, who were taken by Merle back in Episode 6. So they go to save Glenn and Maggie, and to the residents of Woodbury, it does look like a terrorist attack, but we all know that it's Rick, Daryl, and Michonne going in to save Glenn and Maggie. And so anyways, the battle at Woodbury begins, and it's a really intense scene. You know, they use the smoke grenades. Anyways, they're able to save Glenn and Maggie, and Glenn tells them that Merle was the one who took them hostage. And this obviously comes as a shock to Rick and Daryl, because they didn't know that Merle was at Woodbury. And Daryl wants to go see Merle, but Rick tells him that they need him there in case something happens. Also, Michonne goes to the governor's apartment to kill him, and she sees all the zombie heads in the fish tanks, and then she sees the governor's zombie daughter, and at first she looks like a little girl, but Michonne takes the pillowcase off her head, and she sees that it's a walker. And the governor comes in, and he begs Michonne not to kill her. And Michonne takes her katana and stabs the governor's zombie daughter right through the mouth. So that was a pretty cool walker kill. Anyways, this starts a fight between the governor and Michonne, and it's a pretty insane fight. The governor throws Michonne into fish tanks that are full of zombie heads, and he's choking Michonne. So Michonne takes a shard of glass and stabs the governor in the eye, which was a pretty awesome scene. Anyways, and then Andrea walks in, and it doesn't look too good for Michonne. You know, it looks like Michonne was the one who did all this, and Andrea's got her gun pointed, and Michonne's got her katana pointed, and there's just this intense showdown between Michonne and Andrea, and Michonne just ends up leaving the governor's apartment. Anyways, the battle at Woodbury continues, and to the residents of Woodbury, obviously it looks like a terrorist attack, but we all know that Rick and Daryl and Michonne went to Woodbury to save Glenn and Maggie. Also, Rick has a hallucination of Shane, and it's really just one of the governor's men, and he raises his gun and shoots Oscar, who dies, and then Rick kills him. So that was a pretty cool scene, and it's cool that Jon Bernthal came back just to do this scene, so that was pretty cool. And also, I almost forgot, we got to meet Tyrese and Sasha for the first time in this episode, and they arrive at the prison, so that was pretty cool to see them for the first time. And then at the end of the episode, it's revealed that the governor has taken Daryl hostage, and they're in this fighting arena, and Merle's there, and it's revealed that the governor has taken Daryl hostage, and there's this whole crowd of Woodbury citizens, and in the crowd is Andrea, and she obviously recognizes Daryl, and the governor is basically going to make Daryl and Merle fight to the death. And so anyways, This episode left off on a pretty big cliffhanger, but this was a cliffhanger done right, in my opinion. Like, I don't have a problem with cliffhangers as long as they're done right. Like, this cliffhanger, in my opinion, was a cliffhanger that was done right. You know, the cliffhanger at the end of season 4 where Rick and everyone else are in the train car at Terminus, and Rick's like, they're screwing with the wrong people. That was a cliffhanger that was done right. The Negan cliffhanger at the end of season 6, that was bullshit. But yeah, I don't think cliffhangers are necessarily a bad thing as long as they're done right. But anyways, that's it for this episode. Really great episode. This episode had some really great action. It was a really intense episode, especially the fight between Michonne and the governor. But yeah, just a really great episode, and I really enjoyed it. But anyways, to give this episode a rating out of 10, I'm going to give this episode a solid 9 out of 10. I thought this was a really great mid-season finale. And yeah, so anyways, that's it for my review of The Walking Dead Season 3 mid-season finale, Made to Suffer. Stay tuned for my review of The Walking Dead Season 3 Episode 9, titled The Suicide King. I'm going to do that later tonight, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, that's it for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all for the next one. Alright, bye guys.